Big news this week from myfico.com. FICO Corporation's consumer-facing website. They're going to allow you to actually see the version that's used in the mortgage industry. Hi everybody, Dave Sullivan here for the Credit Guy TV. FICO for a long time has offered credit scores on their myfico.com website. Well, now, and in the past, they've always offered the 8 version of the score, but moving forward, you're going to get a number of different scores. Now, you do have to pay $20 for one bureau in order to see that. But what's nice is you're no longer in the dark from where you stand from version 8 to version 5. Now, in addition to that, they're going to have a auto score, version 5 and version 8. They're going to have a bank card score, version 5 and version 8. Now, what's different about those particular scores is that the range is 250 to 900. As you know, in the mortgage industry, we use a score range of 300 to 850. Now, what I really like about this is it's a benefit for the consumer. So there's going to be less of an impact from people going out and shopping for mortgages when they get their credit score online at myfico.com. Here's the problem. If you go to any other website, you're going to get something called a Vantage score. And Vantage is the company that the 3 major repositories set up to sell scores to the consumers and the mortgage industry to make some money, right? So they've created this LLC. They've also adopted the 300 to 850 scoring range. Now, I think this is a big win for the consumer. They can now finally have less confusion. They need to understand why that there are differences. Now, what's very interesting in the example that I have is the FICO 8 score is 825. And the mortgage or FICO 5 score is 812. So right there you're talking about, over a 10, 15, 13 point range just between the 2 models. And those are both based on the same scoring range as, 300 to 850. So I find that very interesting. And if you've seen some of my other videos, I've expressed some concerns that when we move to FICO 8 or 9 in the future, where some people have predicted that we'll do next year, you're going to wind up with scores on average being higher than they were. Now, I don't know if that's a good thing for the lending industry or not, but I think what banks will do to compensate for that is increase the minimums. So right now, if it's 640, it's going to be 650 in the future. I think it's going to be easier for people to score higher or to recover from their payment mistakes. And I think that's a good thing. I'm just concerned that the banks will then increase the minimum FICO score in order for you to get a loan. All right, that's my take on it. Good news for the consumer. Now I would tell everybody that I recommend myfico.com if you want to pull a credit report and actually get your real FICO score. That's one way for the consumer to do it. There are other ways, but that's a great way for somebody who just wants to find out what their actual mortgage score is. They can do that. All right, so that's Dave Sullivan here for the Credit Guy TV. So you, with a little bit of me, we're going to change the credit industry. Thank you.